Last ones that we can see. Actually, I need to put the brain back together again. So let's put it back into its case and take it out. If you look under the brain, you might see the two things that I'm showing you there. One of them is called the optic chiasm. The optic chiasm just means cross. It's just a fancy word for the cross. It's the optic cross. You might see, it's not as obvious from here because it's kind of dirty now, but you might see that there are two stumps, one right here and one right there, two white stumps. Those are actually where the optic nerves would be attached, right? So this would extend here and this would extend there, and there would be an eyeball right here and an eyeball right there. This is where the eyeballs are connected to the brain. You can sort of see the optic nerve here in one of the eyeballs. It's like that white nerve that you see there. Right? So that would be connected to the optic chiasm. So the optic chiasm is actually a cross, and you can see that it forms like an X structure, these things. Because both optic nerves will meet at the optic chiasm and cross one another. And this is so that the brain can integrate what you're seeing as one image. Because you've got two eyeballs, so it would be potentially possible for you to see two different things, and then the brain had to interpret two separate images. But we don't. We interpret it all as one whole image, and that's because the way the brain does it is that it separates your eyeballs in halves. It says whatever each eyeball sees on the right, so you've got two eyeballs, the right side of the eyeballs, that information is going to the right side of the brain, and whatever you see on the left side of the eyeballs is going to go to the left side of the brain. So by allowing the information to cross, you can actually say, okay, whatever came out of this eyeball, half of the information can cross to the other side, so that both sides of the brain can interpret the information and give you one image of what you're seeing. Because notice that when you interpret the world, it's one image.